All right, had the day off yesterday, but back. Padres pregame thoughts. Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks in Phoenix. I think it's going to be an interesting series because I wonder how the Padres offense is going to be able to do without facing Zach Gallen, without facing Merrill Kelly. Remember the Phillies series? The Padres got lucky. They didn't have to face Zach Wheeler, but then they still struggled. Merrill Kelly, I believe, is on the IL. Can the Padres capitalize on not having to face those guys? I believe the guy they're facing today, Ciccone, I'm probably botching the name, but he has a 2.25 ERA. He was one of their top prospects. He was drafted in 2020, competitive balance round A, overall pick 33. Two outings, 11 punch outs in 12 innings, a .5 whip so far this year. So in the brief couple outings that he's had, it seems like that he's pitched pretty well. 6 innings in each of those outings, had a quality start in each of those outings. What will the Padres be able to do against him today? And again, capitalizing on not having to face Merrill Kelly, not having to face Zach Gallen in this series. I think they will have to face Fott, but that's really that. I mean, Corbin Carroll, he's not playing well to start off this season. Now, he could end up playing really well, but he's hitting 8th in their lineup. Corbin Carroll is hitting 8th in the Arizona Diamondbacks lineup right now. So I think that just shows how bad he is doing. And obviously, Torey Lovello, he has made the adjustment where Carroll, he's viewed, if you did not follow the D-backs season at all, and you're just going based off of the name of Corbin Carroll and what he did last postseason, and you're like, well, he's probably the leadoff hitter or a 2-hitter, right? He's doing really well. That's where he's going to be in the lineup. But no. Go look at those numbers. It doesn't look good. So can they capitalize? There's still talent in this lineup. There's still Ketel Marte. We know Christian Walker can hit. Both of those guys have an 873 OPS. Jock Peterson, a 959 OPS. So he's off to a good start this year. But there's some injuries. Perdomo, their shortstop, up the middle, is out. Their center fielder, Alec Thomas, I believe he is out as well. Not going to face Gallen. I believe their closer, Seawald, I think he is out as well. So taking advantage of that, the Padres, they're pretty healthy. They've got all their stars. Now the stars need to play better. Tatis has to hit better. Manny, Bogarts, those three, obviously. Merrill's in a slump right now. The OPS is down to 671. It was off to a really good start. Let's see if he can adjust and start heading things back in the right direction this series. But obviously, they got Jerks and Profar leading the way. Here's today's lineup, by the way. Profar, Tatis, Cronenworth, Machado, Bogarts, Merrill, Campusano. Kim is down at 8, which is where he's been. He's been at the bottom of the order because he has been struggling, and the Schilt decided to move him down, maybe take some pressure off of him. I think it was around the same time that they moved Bogarts out of the leadoff spot. And then Wade, he is playing third. That's another interesting thing today. Maybe some noticed it, maybe some didn't, seeing the lineup today, and it's like, oh, just had a day off, and Manny's not at third base. Usually, I understand that they're building him up, but usually I thought that's what was going to happen was he was going to play third base one day off, couple days in a row, day off. Unless I missed it being a couple days playing, a couple days not playing third in a row, then I guess okay. But I guess maybe that's something to monitor, or maybe, Manny knows his body, so maybe he was like, hey, let's give it one more day. Let's see how I feel. Or maybe it was the training staff that suggested this. We'll see what Mike Schilt has to say. I assume he'll be asked about that by someone in the media there in Arizona today. My underdog fantasy pick with Dylan Cease on the mound, lower than a half first inning run allowed, so I don't think he'll allow any runs there in that first inning. And Dylan Cease, obviously, he is coming off of what was his most disappointing outing on the year. He still has a 2.78 ERA, but if we remember, his last time out was against the Phillies, and he went 6 innings still, but he gave up a home run. He gave up 5 earned runs, 3 walks, which hurt him. So it kind of got a little bit. It was the kind of the snowball effect, if you will, right, in that last outing. So hopefully he can get back to being the 7-inning 1 earned run or 6-inning 1 earned run Dylan Cease, or 6 shutout innings, even better, that we have gotten at some point this season than what he did this last time out. And then the bullpen, it's in good shape. All had a day off. Suarez had back-to-back days, but then obviously with the day off yesterday. So we should be in a really good spot to go win this game. And it's going to be disappointing if they lose this series. It's against a divisional opponent, an opponent. Sure, they made it to the World Series last year, but they have some things that are not going their way, injury wise, performance wise. They're under 500 like the Padres are. Padres, they have Cease. Again, D-backs, I've probably already said it like 10 times in this video, don't have Gallen pitching in this series. Don't have Kelly. Well, the Padres, they have Cease. King hopefully can bounce back. We'll see what they can get out of Waldron in game 3. But this feels like one of those series, like take advantage of the D-backs when they're down, right? And last year, if the Padres would have been a little bit better against the D-backs, they would have gotten the tiebreaker or been obviously just had a better record head-to-head against the D-backs, and they would have gotten that final wildcard spot. So it could end up being that way. The D-backs may fall out of it and might not be a playoff team. But divisional opponent, go take these wins, get them when they're down, take advantage of it, and we'll see what happens. But hopefully start a series winning streak. Obviously, they won that last series. Can they win it here? And then they go to Wrigley. We'll see what happens there before coming home and facing the Dodgers.